Amazons, where we are talking about wedding day for the bride and groom. Bimbo, we heard from the Reverend, we heard from the Imam. How do you sum it up?
I stand on the same point. Our society has changed. Too many things have changed in the society. It's brought on by, truly speaking, influence from the outside. It's brought on by poverty. It's brought on by bad governance. It's brought on by a lot of issues. But the main fact is that as a society, we have totally changed. We're not the people we were.
How about you, Dolapo?
I'm going to buttress what Bimbo said, because I believe that one thing that is constant is change. And with change, new things is going to happen. And I think religion has lost its grip on this thing about marriage, because when you think of marriage now, you don't think of those joyful thing of happily living ever after. Sometimes it's even a means to an end. People are getting married now for different reasons. Maybe the bride got pregnant, maybe the bride's father has money. You know, it's not the same thing as it used to be before. So I just think, you know what, we need to be ready to accept that things are going to be different. And you know what you said about brides exposing their breasts. Well, at least maybe they're wearing things that are off shoulder. I think there'll come a time where brides will start wearing mini skirts and short dresses.
Dolapo, my own position, I'm a traditionalist. I still hold on very strongly to the values of marriage, to the values of tradition as it relates to marriage, that the values states and stipulates that the wedding day, the bride should, the womanhood should be given some respect, should be given some regard, should be honored on the wedding day. I might be wrong, but that's my position. We still have a guest coming. We'll have time to ask more questions. As this lady has, she's been a planner of weddings to so many couples. We would be inviting her in to come and tell us what she thinks about the bride and groom dance. Sometimes even the fathers dance with the daughter. As we invite Bisi Padono to join us on set. How are you, Bisi? Nice to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello. You're welcome.
Hello, Bisi. Let me start by asking you, are you married? But you look forward to your wedding day. You've seen so many weddings, you've planned so many weddings. What do you think about what we are discussing about the values of marriage? How the bride should comport herself, either with the bridal dance or even the church. What do you see when you go out to plan for weddings? What do you witness?
Marriage is actually a celebration of love between the man and the woman coming together. It's also a celebration of both families. So I feel that on their wedding day, having to dance, having to enjoy themselves is more of an individual choice. As much as possible, they want to be happy, they want to be joyful, they want to celebrate their lives and families together. So the issue about the dressing, the dance, it's more of to bring memories, and to, that will last long forever.
Okay, let me also put you on the spot. Okay. Which bridal dance has been the most bizarre that you have ever seen in your, as a wedding planner?
Now, the bridal dance comes in two ways. There's the one of the couple's entrance, that's the grand entrance, which is usually very fast, and people like the Emma Damiduro, they like the Oleku, they like the Whiskey, Ijoya and all the other songs. And then the slow one, which comes as the nuptial dance, that's the first couple's dance. Well, for that one, I can't really give a song, because most times it's always, they flow, it's always what the couple wants. A kind of song that, maybe brought them together, maybe Orukati, that one, or the Sonineji, or Olomi of Tosin Martins. For me, the couples I have planned their weddings have been very interesting songs that the both partners, maybe that was when they met themselves.
What about the dance? The dance is not the music, not the
dance,
song.
the dance itself, that's what I'm saying, that if it's the bridal entrance dance, when they're coming in, it's usually very fast. And so they go down. The song these days, Go Down Low, or shole, kole, you know, they go and they keep going down, going up, going down. You know, it's more like a competition between the husband and the wife. You know, so it's always interesting because it's like you are hailing the man, you know, you're hailing the woman who is the best dancer. So everybody wants to show their skills and, you know, they go down, go up again.
Okay, BC. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll hear from the ethics specialist who will be joining us. Is there some ethical rule regarding how we should celebrate weddings on a wedding day? After the break. Welcome back to Amazons. Our next guest teaches ethics. She also has written books about ethics. In fact, she's we call her ethics specialist. Mrs. Joanna Adeyileka is joining us on Amazon. Hello. Hello. Please have a seat. I'm sure you've been listening to us.
Yes.
Joanna.
Very interesting.
Okay, so tell us, we are not going to beat about the bush. Have we lost the values, traditional values, religious values in our celebration, the way we celebrate weddings in the country today? Your expert opinion.
Simply, I would say yes, we have. You know, I was listening to the program and I thought, even in my own era, when I was a little girl, I used to read books that started with Once Upon a Time. And it was a prince who was searching for his princess. And when he found the princess, it was a major celebration for everyone. And people celebrated with morals that were accepted. Whether the marriage was in church, whether it was even a registry office, it always carried some ethics. Ethics, you understand? And nowadays, people just do as they want. There's no rule. There are no borderlines that we do not cross things, you know, one way or another. People just do as they wish. And another thing, I mean, you're a wedding planner. What I often see is that it's not the way the wedding is planned, that it actually comes out on the day. You know, a lot of brides and bridegrooms are shocked that, no, we didn't plan for this at all, you know. And also with families, what is the effect of families coming together? I think nowadays we have more issues with families disagreeing because one part of the family doesn't want to do things one way and another one says, yeah, we're doing it. And the bride and groom say, I don't give a damn what you all say, I'm doing it this way. You know, so everybody's just doing things their own personal way. There's no traditional morals. And majority of them, those morals break once they have their traditional marriage. When it comes to the customary marriage, anything goes.
Bimbo?
I've been telling them that, you know what, we can complain about this as much as we want. We can say, you know, they're vulgar in what they do. We can say we've lost so much, but it's a reflection of the society as far as I'm concerned. And we have all lost it because we all owe a responsibility to making sure that we keep the morals that if we're so particular about that. I told, we had a reverend and an imam here, and I told him, I said, you know what, you guys are responsible. The changes have also gotten to the churches, to our religious places. Yeah. How do you bless someone who's pregnant?
But you know, one of the Reverend made a statement, and I said that I totally disagree with that, because what he said was that a woman should keep her virginity, otherwise she's lost all respect.
Not in today's.
What happened to those young girls who have been abused sexually? What happened to those girls who have become pregnant not because of their own will, but because they've been raped? What happened to those? So does that mean that when they get to the altar, that they should no longer be respected when it's not even their own fault?
If I get you right, what you were saying is that you do not agree to the principle of a bride getting married in church if she's pregnant. If we're talking about values and morals, is that
If we
it?
talk about values and morals, then majority would say it is wrong. But as the Reverend said, he said that they would not give them a wedding, but they would have a blessing. So in a way, we are still giving them the right to marry in the church. But I mean, many years ago, if a woman was not pregnant on her wedding day, the marriage was not really consummated as they're a couple who are going to be fruitful. Are you with me? Whereas nowadays, now the religion has changed, and we are now saying you should be a virgin when you get married. But the question is, how many virgins do we have wearing a white dress on the wedding day?
Can I say something concerning what Aisha said about this bridal obscenity dance and the fact that they go down and they go low and the dance, you know, however it is that they want to dance. Does that mean they lack etiquette? Does that mean they lack morals and values because on your wedding day you decide to throw caution to the wind, taking into consideration the amount of pressure you're under when you're getting married, and finally you've been to church, you've finally done it. What's the big deal in, you know, letting go and having fun? Like you said, it's pretty fast when they do it anyway. It's not like they dance like that from morning till night. You know, they're walking down to go to the seats, and they just want to use that 5 minutes.
It's a disco at that moment. It's a disco dance.
Exactly.
I've seen a groom who was dancing like an acrobat.
Yes.
And he did this backflip, and his trouser just divided. Yes. His trouser broke
Isn't that
open.
an expression of joy?
It's an expression of joy that you are dancing like an acrobat on the day of your wedding, and you do a backflip, and you're in the presence of everybody.
Yeah.
The trouser just
That can happen to anyone.
That can happen to anyone.
That can happen even at home at their party. You can be dancing and you bend down and you reap what you're wearing.
Joanna.
But actually, what I agree with you, Aisha, but the statement is that etiquette doesn't change with time. Etiquette is etiquette. It's constant. And, you know, people have just let go. That's the basic truth. People have just let go that it's my day, I'm going to do what I want. But when you look at etiquette, when you look at wedding etiquette, you know, marital etiquette, on the day etiquette, when bride and groom are supposed to make it look like a fairy tale. It's supposed to be a fairy tale. And disco isn't fairy tale. And you know, when you look at other people at the marriage, you see grandmothers that all they thought about was obey and Sunny Ade. All of a sudden it's bend your body, do your shake, this. You know, they're looking, thinking, okay, congratulations, you know, nothing more than that. Because we are not considering things across the board. We are just looking at, it's our day, we're going to do what we want. This is the current music on, and we're going to dance to it. We're going to show the world that it's our day and we do what we want. So ethics have gone. There is no wedding etiquette these days anymore.
Joanna, I want to ask, ethically, really, we're just talking about the bride and the groom. What about the bride and her father? When you go to weddings these days, the bride and father dance so intimately and the music so suggestive that you begin to wonder that where has the value gone to in this kind of setting?
Yes, we see it. We see it time and time again. The bride is expected to dance with her father to show appreciation for everything, all the money he spent. I agree with that. However, there is a way in which a daughter should dance with her father. And, you know, first of all, the suggestive music is the first taboo with the dance. Then secondly, the way a father will hold his daughter to his chest, and the daughter will put her chest forward to the father, you begin to wonder what is happening. Then he will hold her tight and they will smooch the dance. They look in each other's eyes, kiss each other. What is the husband supposed to think? What is the mother supposed to think? There should be some limits.
Some decorum, right?
Decorum.
Yes, there should be about how father and daughter, daughter and father attach themselves to each other. And I also attended a wedding whereby the moment that dance was over, the daughter turned her back on her father, the father went the other way, because truly they didn't get on. They just wanted the society to believe that it was a pretty picture, that they were so happy together.
Sorry, can I ask you a question? You said something about the fact that the daughter puts her head on the father's chest, and you know they're very, very close. Please, I'm really sorry if you can tell me, when you waltz, what do you do? Do you not hold hands? With your father? It depends on the music you're listening to.
This is
What is wrong with the daughter putting her head on her father's chest?
I have to
And
ask
this
a question.
suggestive music, what is suggestive music? I don't understand, if you can tell me.
I have to ask a question as well, please. You answer both of them together. What percentage of people, because I'm sure that some people can go over the norm. So maybe we do have people that go over the norm when they're dancing with their fathers. What percentage are we talking about here? Is it 50%, or are we talking maybe 1 or 2%? Because the few weddings that I've been to, or the ones that I've watched on TV, I've never seen anything like that. And two, if we're talking suggestive music, we've always had suggestive music in Nigeria.
Hold on.
Always.
Before you come in, Joan, when we say suggestive music, a father can dance with a daughter. We know the bond between a father and a daughter. A daughter is closer to her father, much more than the mother. There's a bond. But there is what you call a moral separation between the bond between a father and a mother. I've attended weddings. I attend a lot of weddings. When I say suggestive music, the same kind of music that the bride and the groom would dance to.
Your waist, all I want is your waist.
And the father will...
Wait, excuse me.
All I want is your waist. Should not be a music for a father and a daughter to dance to. And they are holding themselves. That's the point I am making here.
I would agree to a lot of things, but you know what? Let's not color what we see.
That's exactly what I wanted to say.
It's not an exaggeration.
Maybe it's some people watching. Maybe they're the ones thinking about much.
Bimbo, I take exception to that. It's not an exaggeration. What I am describing is what I've seen with my own 2 eyes. It's not an exaggeration.
Let's not color what we see, because I'm worried about that. I'm not a wedding goer, but I do talk to people who've gone to weddings, and if you're really close to me, I will come to the reception, which is where most of these things that we're talking about happens. And I've never seen anything. I know that once in a while I'll be like, well, the music is off. Well, but I do understand that it's the bride and the groom that picks the music of the day. The father had nothing to do with it. So when they call him out to dance, it's not his choice. He's just carrying out his duty as a father by standing there and saying,
so
okay,
we are calling, Bimbo, we are calling attention to that. I am calling attention to that now. I have a problem with it. I mean, if I am planning a wedding, I choreograph, I simulate the music that you will play on my wedding day. It should be my control. It should be what I want. I won't leave it to a stranger to decide for me. The same way I'm involved in my party planning. The bride, the groom, they consult you. This is what we want. This is what our entrance is.
But the father
this is
isn't
our
part
color.
of that consultation.
But the bride is.
Yes, it's the bride that drives
Aisha,
it.
sorry, Bimbo, hold on. Aisha, like I said, I think everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and it's a choice you make. You know, if these people want to dance with their father and put their head on their chest and everything, as long as, it has nothing to do with it, I think they should be left to do it. For God's sake, it's a wedding day. If you want to have fun, do whatever nobody plans to do it twice. So whatever it is you want to do, as far as I'm concerned, please do it as long as you're happy.
If you do Baby Girl, that popular music they used to play, and you put your head on your father's shoulder.
That's the song that you like.
No, there's no problem. But when you're telling me that your waist and your father is holding your waist and you are chesting out, then I have a problem with
Fathers
that.
and mothers are more funky now than maybe back then. So maybe that's why.
Not with themselves. Not with themselves. We must not encourage. I see it as immorality, true and honest.
I want to ask Joanna this question. Sometimes we come across, in our excitement and when we're showing emotion, sometimes we come across as funny to the outside world. But this doesn't mean that our intentions are funny. So are we, by just being happy and overflowing with emotion, crossing some kind of ethical line?
I think on that day, it's an emotional day.
Yes, it is.
And actually, some of the look that you see between father and daughter is so personal to themselves nobody else can understand. So if they look as though they are looking beyond the norm, it's okay to some extent. To some extent, it's fine.
Thank you so very much, Joanna. Thank you, BC. Amazons, we will continue this discussion backstage. Your audience, I see you were clapping, father and daughter. I wish you very well. On your wedding day, please be happy. Please celebrate as much as you want, but please do it with modesty. My personal message, I'm Aisha Falodi. Thank you for being a part of Amazons today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.